Hello everyone. Back with another video. This video is about a topic that has been addressed, but never solved. You can see it in the title what I'm talking about today. So without further ado, let's do this. So, in the gacha community, creators like to make boys get pregnant and go into heat. Again, this falls back into the fetishization. Boys can't get pregnant. That is a true fact. The reason they can't get pregnant is because they lack some of the features us females have. Even though there's a video out there that shows a man getting pregnant, it's nearly impossible to happen in real life. Some or probably most creators use the stupid gacha logic excuse to explain why they are doing it. But not all use that excuse. Another one I have seen personally is them getting surgery to be able to get pregnant. I know it sounds stupid, but I rather have this excuse than the gacha logic. Another I have seen once on our gacha life cringe is a failed science experiment. There's probably more, but those are the only ones I know. But to you gacha kids, who are probably thinking of this, what about transgender males? What I have heard is transgender males don't want to get pregnant. I think it's because it makes them feel like a girl again, and they don't want that. Even to what I remember, not all transgenders go through the hormone surgery. Besides, if they did want a biological child, they might do it, but it's up to them. They are the ones in control of their bodies, so whatever they choose, we should respect. I could be wrong about that. So, to any transgenders watching, I'm sorry if I said something wrong or offend you. Now to non-gender characters. What I mean by that is characters who don't have a gender. Like two fandoms I know, Planet Humans and Country Humans. Neither the planets nor the countries have a gender, because in real life, they are just places and objects. This is why you see a character a male for one picture, and then a female in the next. Now to give my personal opinions on this. Before I do, I just need to clarify some things. If you decide to use my personal opinions as your excuse, you know I'm gonna snap. You're not allowed to use them as an excuse for something like this. Also, I know I'm not the only one thinking this, but please don't use it as your excuse. Anyways, here's my thoughts. I think they are both genders, but one gender shows as the dominant gender. Like with genes, there's a recessive and dominant gene. One shows but the other is still there. You just can't see it. For Planet Humans, it's a bit different. I think the planets can change their gender whenever they want, but stay as one gender because that's the one they're comfortable with more. That's why in my version of Planet Humans, the sun is a girl. It makes more sense for the sun to be a girl for me. There can be male stars too, but they aren't very common. But let's leave Planet Humans out of this for now, and go to Country Humans. I think it is possible for them to get pregnant because of being both genders. But it's up to them if they want to be the woman in the relationship or the male. I don't think they can't change their gender like Planet Humans, but they can still be both. They can also choose what pronunciations they want to go by. Most of the time, they'll go by the dominant gender, but they can switch their body over to the other gender if that's what they're comfortable with more. Kinda like how transgenders can get surgery to change their body just the way they want it, but they don't have to do the hormone surgery because of being both genders. So Planet Humans can change to whatever gender they want if they want to. And for Country Humans, they have to physically change their body if they want to be the other gender. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about boys going into heat. Again, this one can't really happen in real life because humans can't go into heat and males animals don't have certain parts to the females. I know that sounds weird. I'm not an expert on the differences between the males and females when it comes to this. But you should get what I mean. Also, animals don't feel pleasure in their tails. I think if we were animal hybrids, it would just feel weird, but not pleasing. The same could be said for the ears. The animal ears on gacha characters. Again, it could just feel weird, but not pleasing. When it comes to the transgenders, it's a bit confusing, but I don't think I need to explain. But if I do need to explain it, please do say in the comments. Anyways, to the next topic. Oh, Undertale, you are such a great game. No, seriously, I really do like the game and everything. I haven't played it, which is sad, but I still like it. But there is one thing I don't like and it doesn't make sense. And that's Sans and Papyrus having hair. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, except our gacha life cringe. But let's leave them out of this for now. I will be honest, seeing a bald gacha character is weird. The only time I can accept it if it is a baby. Also probably cancer patients. But let's be real, cancer shouldn't really be made in a kid's dress-up game. Also, to anyone in the real world who are bald for any reason, please don't get offended by what I just said. I'm just being honest. Not to mention, not everyone sees a bald person who isn't old. With that taken care of, back to the topic. I wouldn't have a problem with this if the creator stated it as a wig. But what I have seen, none of them stated as a wig, or just it's their natural hair. I know the monsters in Undertale have magic, but that's not an excuse. If you make them wear a wig because you're not comfortable with the bald gacha characters, then that's fine. I'm not going to get mad because you're not comfortable with it. But please don't make them have hair naturally. They're skeletons, and skeletons can't grow nor have hair. Again, I don't care if you put a wig on them. I rather have them in wigs than it being their natural hair. Anyways, I guess that's all for today. I wanted to make this video first, but then I saw the video of Twisted Nightmare getting challenged, so I put it to the side to do the last video. But I did want to make a video on this, and I did, as you can see. Anyways, before I go, there is something I need to say first. If you ever look at my videos, you may notice I am a gacha user myself. I even mentioned this when the gacha kid brought it up. The reason I say this is because I need to make part 2 of the parody with state humans. If you don't know what that is, then I'll tell you. It's basically country humans, but instead of countries, it's states. I wanted to do the whole thing in one video, but KineMaster was lagging so bad that I had to stop. I have been focusing on these videos that I haven't thought up how I'm going to do part 2. I have a bit of an idea, but it needs some time before I can put it to action. So I might not upload anything for a bit, since online school is kinda stressful too. But when I'm done with part 2, these will come back. So, don't worry. This little ball is not going anywhere. Also, I don't want to be that person who makes a part 1, but then never makes part 2. It's infuriating to see that because you want to know what happens next, but the creator refuses to do it. Also, if I do make another video like this afterwards, then it was a bit an emergency talk that I wanted to address and warn you, but only if it is important. Anyways, I wanted to let you know before you started questioning why I haven't uploaded in a while. Hopefully you understand. Now, with that taken care of, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy your day, night, or wherever you are in the world.